Happy boring Thursday. It's the international break. Be surprised if there's actually people that watch today. But hey, if you're bored on a Thursday and don't want to watch playoff baseball, we're here to entertain you. While Maple Dave sneezes the shit out of his face. And speaking of returns, we've got German Dave. While he is currently facilitating the transfer of Boniface to Juve in the January because he is in Stuttgart, frozen but quite dashingly chiseled. How are you guys?
Sorry, I was just sneezing the whole time, so I don't know what's going on. I think I'm getting one of those colds, but I think, Dave, do you know what day it is?
I don't know.
So his
But
yesterday
yesterday, I'm missing something.
it's been one of those weeks, right? International break, don't know what's going on. German Dave's on the road, and yesterday he's like,
Dude, no, man, I just forgot that the show's on Thursday now. Man. Now you're
sure, he forgot. He's all messed up. He was talking about
again, you're
the show
killing me since
yesterday.
yesterday for it.
It's all good. It's all good. There are a few things to talk about, though, mind you, with it being an international break. So, I mean, at least there's something. So we'll get into that. Before we do, like and subscribe. You know the drill. Keep those numbers rolling. And Vlad saying, "Who the f watches the Nations League games? We EuroLeague in this bitch." Jesus. This one's not going to die for a while.
That's so cursed, man. So cursed.
Oh my god! If you're not watching the video, yeah, you should. You should sometimes, just because of the drops. So I kind of paid attention. I do want Italy to do well. Did anybody watch anything? Because I was at work. I caught nothing. No crickets. Crickets. Okay, so you really.
I'm sorry. I don't see. There's not really much of a reason to. I'm serious. Like, unless it's your own national team, then I get it. But like outside as a neutral perspective, like go touch some grass.
Yeah. No, honestly, I'm watching too much game tape right now for scouting purposes for my uni course, and I'm already dying because of that. I don't have to watch a full football game right now.
That's fair. I mean, I was just straight up at work. I would have. If I was home, I would have put it on. Sure.
Do you know how bad? I don't know how you guys feel, but for me, it's so hard trying to.
It's so hard to speak when this thing keeps on coming up on the screen.
Can't stay serious for that. No, it's actually so hard to watch a football game when you have all this analytic stuff and tactical stuff in mind. Damn, it's so hard to enjoy just a game of football, man.
You're ruined. You're basically like a film critic now. You can't enjoy film ever in your life, or like a food critic. If you're a food critic, you can never enjoy food. Just don't be a critic. Essentially, maybe you chose the wrong calling. Maybe you loved it too much. That has destroyed you.
Oh, absolutely. From the inside, that's why I'm sort of such a shithouser.
Okay, well, we could do some shithousing. I mean, unfortunately, Ten Hag still has a job. But you know who else picked up a job this week? And obviously, Dave, this is for you to go off on. Do you wanna talk about your boy working for Red Bull?
Oh my god. I don't think I have ever been more disappointed by a football personality than by him.
That's just disappointment, just straight up.
It's honestly pure disappointment. The thing about it is, like, he was never the guy to reject the bag. So when he has the possibility to cash in, like he does like so many like commercials and accepts everything on honestly. But this came straight with no. I don't know if you want to go on the German football political stuff and why this is so hard, especially for me as a German who hates the Red Bull project, and the Red Bull project basically started in Germany and Austria, and that destroyed basically European football from within. So the story of RB Leipzig, for example, is that they started in 4th division, and because you can't buy teams in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd division, you can't just have a 49% share in the club. So what they did is bought a team in the 4th division and brought that into the Red Bull Cosmos and built that up. Bought players from other leagues. From RB Salzburg was established at that point, and they loaned players back and forth. So that was basically the start of the multi-club ownership as well. And because they could inject money from within Red Bull, and they could take players back and forth from their teams like it was nothing, or well, if you pay a transfer fee, it goes from the Red Bull account to another Red Bull account. So that is what was happening that way. And they injected talent, money, and coaching staff and everything into the club and built it up that way without adhering to the actual, or they circumvented the rules basically.
How is it different from, say, the City Group?
It's not different at all. It's just that City was bought like you can buy the whole club there basically. The only thing that in Germany it is protected. You can buy 49% of the club basically, and they somehow even circumvented that, and that was the problem of why the Red Bull project is so hated, because it is for the detriment of other German teams basically. That Red Bull, just constructed a whole empire that killed lots of traditional teams as well that went to the 2nd division because of that. And there are multiple clubs similar now to Leipzig who have more money because they are privateer clubs in that sense. And yeah, that is why all of us Germans hate RB Leipzig with all our soul. And
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of hate there.
And he went to be the leader of that. And Dave, you will know this comparison. He is basically the Helmut Marko of the footballing division of Red Bull.
Yeah, so just power. Like, yeah, just power tripping on bitches.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, we didn't even really mention it. We just alluded to it. If we didn't catch on, that is Jurgen Klopp. Says right here, Jurgen Klopp will assume the role of global head of soccer at Red Bull starting January 1st, 2025. So interesting. I don't know if this was true or not, that there was a clause that he can basically quit if he got the national team job for Germany. Is that bullshit, or?
There are rumors of that clause, but it's not proven or unproven. So
yeah, that part of the contract. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Interesting though.
And also the Red Bull Group is about to buy the Club Paris FC, which is in 2nd division now.
That's interesting. And they're trying to do like the PSG thing where they just get the financial takeover route and just like dump the money.
Yeah, absolutely. And dude, with the money and with the possibilities they have, honestly, they might become at some point the second best French team.
Imagine just like PSG versus Paris, and like that's the league.
In 3 or 4 years or whatever, it can be a neutral derby, but yeah, that's future stuff.
Interesting though. Okay. Well, I mean that's Jurgen Klopp. That was earlier on in the week. I think that was right after our last show, Monday. I want to say Monday that came.
It just dropped out of nowhere.
The 9th. No, it was yesterday. Okay.
It was yesterday, I believe. Yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
Yesterday morning.
So I have no concept of time. This just happened yesterday. So a few things just popping up in the news. This is one of the best international breaks without anybody actually watching any football. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, it's so sad. Honestly, this saddens me and it hurts my soul. It broke my heart. Like, man.
Okay, I won't make you stare at it any longer.
At least your ribs aren't broken like Coops.
Yeah, well, that's
I would take a broken rib.
yeah. So we found that out. That's why he was subbed off. Discomfort, maybe a month. Nobody really knows. There's no timeline given. It could be a while. We really don't know. But it's not like he'll be back after the international break kind of injury.
Nope. And that's right when we start hitting a really, really heavy stretch.
Well, that's what we'll see what we're made of. And this is
How
where
with these injuries, man. Oh, first are we? It's crazy.
well, and like artificial red cards. We'll get into that, but
I swear, Pogba's and Arthur's dead bodies or their ghosts are still like around J Medical. Like there has to be like some old soul or ghost spirit or whatever.
I
mentioned-
mean, well, speaking of ghosts, I mean, Bonucci was there, so he might have put some
Okay.
haram in the medical.
well, let's talk about
It
Benucci
still
because he's
be
on my
his,
list.
it still might be his first that he did or put on a leg remark.
He's
So
a marathon runner now.
I had Oscar, one of our valued listeners. He messaged me on Instagram. I don't know, overnight. When I got up to take my 3 a.m. piss, I looked at my phone and Oscar had some messages, and it was Benucci with it was obviously a doctor. It looked official. It looked like it came from Juve official, but it was just a doctored up Benucci essentially joining the club. So I was like, where did this come from? But then I see today, just a couple hours ago, that he was there at the Italy match with Gintoli, shaking hands. He's hanging out with the crew again. I don't know. Is this a thing? Is this happening?
No, there's nothing there. J Medical is a public medical facility for people that aren't players as well. It's an actual medical office, like it's a medical performance suite that people with a lot of money can utilize, and also people in the community of Torino can go into as well.
Anybody can walk. Like if you have the money to,
you
can
have
walk
yeah.
in.
I was just say if you can book there, but if you have because insurance in Italy, but
Dude, if I'm in Torino and if I had to search for a doctor, God knows why. Dude, the last medical staff I would go to is the I'm sorry,
but to give context to Benucci, Benucci is running. He's planning to train. Well, he is training for the London Marathon, and there is a Turin half marathon within a couple of weeks. So that's why he's back in at J Medical, because he's just doing physical tests just to make sure that he's good. So like,
by the way, he should be able to run. I'm not saying like beating records or whatever, but he was like just a couple of months ago professional athlete, so he should be able to run it at least.
yeah,
So this is what it is. Yeah. So I mean, I was 3 a.m. when I was looking at this. So what you're saying makes sense. It's not doctored. He was actually there, but just not for anything football related.
Yeah, because you can even see the way that they're testing him too. There's no like I was reading it and I was just laughing at the people sitting there thinking, hey, Bonucci's back. I'm like, no, he's not. Stop it. He's there. He's training for the context. Well, the issue
you might need a center back.
Well,
he probably come really cheap.
The issue that I have with this is the context was present off rip. It was just people clickbaiting the shit out of people.
Yeah,
that's definitely of course.
It's definitely a thing.
I was gonna say he can't even who the hell? No, you can't. Bonucci wouldn't even make sense if you were looking for an emergency center back. Like it doesn't make sense to bring him in. That was shut down pretty quickly, though.
Yeah, that was
right away. Thank God, man.
And Verdon, there's our old timer. He's gone. He's not even an old timer. He's like 33.
Isn't he at Como?
Not anymore. He's gone.
He tore his ACL or something before.
Yeah, he's retired. He's effectively retired.
You mean he's retired?
Retired. He's retired.
No, he had this injury and immediately retired. And honestly, I understand the program because, like, the past couple of years, he were completely injury riddled, and he moved to Como, hopes to get back on track. But yeah, what was it? The first game or second game he got that injury, or was it against us in the second half or whatever?
I think so.
But he got this injury and. do that in a clip was killing me.
I'm just doing it because Jeff is alive.
Jeff, yeah. No, we should definitely mention that Tampa Jeff, he had to evacuate. I'm guessing everything's going okay if you're here.
He's like, let me say something real quick. This bitch is filled with water and there's alligators everywhere. Continue, guys.
Hey, guys, I live in North
So,
Carolina.
like always.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point, Eddie.
Yeah,
We usually have a lawsuit against us.
He
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, and I guess they settled for you can use the James specialist.
Part of the settlement was you could go to J Medical for your weird shenanigans.
All right, we have Gio here. We've been talking about this for a while, and here he is from Juve Cornercast. How's it going, Gio?
What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? Wait, you guys hear me, right?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
You guys hear
Oh,
me
yeah.
good?
yeah.
Hold on.
You sound better
I
than
can't
Dave
hear
from
you
the shitty
guys. I don't know
hotel
why.
internet.
No, you're good. You're good. And
I have
we'll
no
we'll
clue
celebrate
why.
with a clip of Doosan twerking.
You're real relentless tonight.
That's the new boom 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 boom.
Hold on.
Because you can actually
I have
talk
no
over
clue
it.
why I cannot hear you guys.
Oh, you can't.
there we
even
go.
hear us. Oh, now
Yeah,
you
no,
are.
I got you. Now I can hear you guys finally. Oh my gosh.
Technical
gosh.
difficulties. All right. Yeah. How's the weather?
Good. It's good. It's not too bad down over here in Miami, but I feel bad for the West Coast for sure. I feel bad
Yeah,
for the
well,
West Coast.
Chef is alive, but he's also living in Carolina. So
He's
that's
like, I have the privilege of Brickle, not you shenanigan Tampa Bay retirees. You can take your Baker Mayfields and your Chris Godwins and suck it. I have Tua Concusta-Galoa, and we're just gonna roll it through.
what is this reference? Jack, is Milton more lit than a Diddy party? Who's Milton?
Oh my god.
Is it not the guy from? Is it not? To me, Milton's the
David,
guy from Office Space.
No, Dave, no. Milton's the name of the hurricane that just hit him 2 days ago.
Oh, that's right.
Yes,
Yeah,
yep.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, buggered off there, bud.
That's why Milton was because that's why I was thinking about the guy from Office Space is because the hurricane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you thinking about Jay-Z and Beyonce now?
I'm not thinking about Jay. Why are we thinking about Jay-Z now? Were they at Diddy's party?
Oh,
That's why. Oh god, that clip comes in handy
Oh,
for almost anything.
said that they weren't just participating in those parties, but
Gosh. Whose ever idea it was to record that clip and turn it into a video clip, that person is a gentleman and a scholar, and I will be forever in debt to them. Because now, whenever there's a moment of tension, just bust out Doosan twerking.
Oh man, no, that's true. That's true. That gets me going, at least for now. Okay, so Benucci's bullshit. Okay, let's move on.
He was just trying to flex for Tinder.
Yeah.
Okay, so if not Benucci, then how about Balotelli?
That's hilarious.
Oh my god.
Hey, it's an international break. We're gonna talk about it. Balotelli, not necessarily with Juve, but I heard
The other side of
Milan,
town.
Torino. Yeah, Torino. There's a couple teams.
No, 'cause
Anyways, but this is legit.
Zapata tore his ACL, so Torino's evaluating Balotelli.
Yeah, to replace Zapata. But we need to replace a Milik.
What is going on with ACL tears in Italy this year? Like we
Dude, Rodri is an ACL tear. Carvajal is an ACL tear. Who was it as well?
Bremer.
Bremer,
Everybody's
Zapata.
tearing Bremer ACL.
Did Saka
ACL.
because Saka got injured today? Was that an ACL too?
What is that all?
Yeah, Arsenal Saka.
Could we also take a moment
haven't
to
seen
just say
yet.
that England lost to Greece and go fuck them?
Yeah, because I think Saka,
Well,
that's what I'm saying. I think Saka tore his ACL.
I haven't looked into social media yet, but that must be crazy.
Honestly,
I don't know. I hope not.
I was because I was notified by the Arsenal fan TV snobs that I've been following just for the spite of winning our little wager.
Too much to do to follow football today. So
Yeah, Good Lord. I mean, let's talk Mario, Mr. Light the bathroom on fire. Whole totally new definition of lit.
This is getting Southgate, and Southgate's not even the coach anymore. He
I don't know.
missed something.
I have no clue.
Yeah, they have an interim coach right now.
You know, though, like, I'm kind of curious. Like, for example, there's no way Balotelli lasts 2 or 3 months. Because, like, I remember they brought him in for Brescia, and then IFTV was like hyping him up like the next coming Second City Saint for Brescia, and Brescia's not going to get in a relegation, and yada yada yada. And then like Balotelli, breaking news: Mario Balotelli and Brescia terminate contract after 3 months together, and it's just like, oh gosh, shocker there. So it's, I don't know, like,
I want to see it though. We've wanted to see this for years.
I
He's
don't
not even
think
that old.
He doesn't physically have it though. Like, he hasn't. Where's he been playing?
Look at him. He's ripped.
Yeah, no, I
Hey,
agree.
that's
Come on, I agree on that.
That's
I
10
agree
years,
on that.
that is
That's like
10 years ago.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
12.
Physically, he's not even that like right now.
He's got
Like,
a beard
he's
gut.
been a free. Wasn't he a free agent as well? He was a free
Hey,
agent, so
listen, McKennie had a beard gut, and he did just fine.
Yeah, but that's McKennie.
Fried chicken and ranch gut.
You know what we call that? We call that a Weston McKennie head start. That's like how he trolls everybody on the roster. He's like, "Hey, I bet you I'll have more stamina than all of you guys while eating 15 Big Macs." Like out of everybody on the roster, McKennie's probably got the most stamina. I'm dead serious. Like there is nobody that has a better motor than McKennie currently right now.
Hey, with how much he is running all over the field, yeah.
I would say Coop with proper ribs.
Without barbecue sauce.
Yeah, without the sauce. Texas dry rub.
Oh God, he gave him the dry rub. Because it's like, you know, there's that methodology where it's like, you know, 70% of the world is covered by water and the other 30% is covered by Weston McKennie. There we go. Done.
Oh boy.
Done.
Dad jokes.
Then Dash love that reference.
Locked in, dude. But as far as, I don't know, I can understand, like, for Mario Balotelli to succeed, in my opinion, he should have just gone to Spain. Like if he wants any chance of like in the top 5.
I'm sorry, but Spain those like no Spanish teams need him. Like,
yeah, no Spanish teams need him, but it's easier for him to score in Spain and France.
Then why do we want to shove our problem to Spain?
Sure. But sometimes they come back, and then their wife leaves them.
Oh,
that is not
dude,
man, leave him alone. He's bald now.
And he shaved his hair, dude.
So he basically pulled
He
Britney
lost
Spears.
everything.
You know, I'm kind of curious who's at fault for that.
For the hair or for
The split.
TMZ, funny edition right now.
I don't know. It's
This
just
is or like Marca. Marca covers this kind of crap. That's trash.
oh yeah.
Yeah, that's Marco. But yeah, I like we were trying to go to Balotelli and we went to Alvaro Morata. Jesus Christ. That's how you know it's the Nations League where we're just saying F it all and we're just going all over the place. I would like to see Balotelli, you know, get some saucy kicks, but I don't know. I just don't have the confidence in Mario Balotelli at this point. He is not Joe Hendry.
In FC 25, would they have to take away his Legends card and just convert it into like a standard player card? Like, would he be like bronze?
What's the tier below bronze?
Yeah.
Is he even in the game? Is he even any?
No, I don't. I have no idea. It's just a narrative.
Can someone? I was going to say, can someone confirm that he's in the game?
Okay, let's look it up.
Oh, Italy tied Belgium.
They tied?
Yeah,
Oh,
they tied
Yeah,
2-2.
man,
Dude, from the updates I was getting from IFTV, I thought they were spanking them.
They were, and then they got a red card.
Yeah, Pellegrini.
Yeah.
Did you
Yep.
see the game, Gio? Because none of us.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, I
well.
saw the whole game, and I'm telling you guys, the referee was like a complete joke.
Okay,
at
because
the
that's
end.
our
It was
headline.
a-
Is making fun of referees.
Oh yeah. Oh my
Hold
god.
hold up.
Like you,
Oh,
it
oh, the
reminded me of the
referee
Leipzig
was
game. It
Norwegian.
reminded me of the Leipzig game. I'm telling you guys, it was bad. Like there was one instance, like in the couple last minutes of a handball, and they didn't call it. They didn't even go to VAR, which to me was absolutely like absurd. To me, like I was watching the whole thing, and I'm like, that's a clear handball. And like it reminded me of the Douglas Luiz one as well. Like the hand's going up like this, but the hand was a little bit more down for I forgot what player did the handball in Belgium, but yeah, I was like, I can't believe that. The red card, Pellegrini gets a red card with the studs to I forgot what another the other player.
So he deserved
I
it.
think yeah, he deserved it. But you know what's crazy is that remember Politano
Yeah.
when it was Napoli and Juventus, right?
Mm.
There was the same situation with Bremer. Bremer, he had the stubs up against Bremer. They didn't give him no card. I think no, it was just a yellow card and no red card, which for me that was a red card. Now, if you look at the same images, they're practically the same, and I just don't understand how the referees don't actually see that or go to VAR. You know, you have the technology, but they're not using it. You know what I'm saying? It's just complete bullshit. And
Well,
I don't know. I'm telling you.
it's fair, right? So this is kind of where it rolls into it, and this is where like this is what footy's issue is way too many rules are left to interpretation. Because that's where
Yeah.
it is, right? Because like for example, I'm playing devil's advocate here. So for that slide, right, where he's like, "Oh, well, it looked like Pellegrini went into full force with the studs up, with intent to really be physical with it, so it's a red card." Or with Politano, it's like, "Oh, well, Politano was more of a jerk reaction to the side to do that. That's why he did it because he wasn't putting his whole weight in the ball." This is where I kind of have issues with it, right? Because, like, for example, this honestly reminds me of the replacement refs, the NFL replacement refs. It was like 2013 or 2012, where
Yeah.
that was like a running meme, where because the refs went on strike, so they just got like a bunch of like college and high school refs to ref NFL games, and God, it was bad. With this, and I think I'll open this up here, and then you guys can go for it, but.
Mm.
I think the latest crop of referees are really, really stupid.
Oh, they suck. But
Oh,
no,
yeah.
this is our headline.
Oh,
right now.
they're horrible.
I think it's just like for them, it's like they can't. I don't know why they just can't think properly when it comes to looking at certain plays or certain actions, not understanding, you know, hey, if I make this decision, the momentum of the game will shift this way. Or if I do this, because it's just like I don't know. Like for me, it's like I look at some of these and it's just like I understand EPL refs to be bad because you know they're EPL people.
Yeah.
But once it starts, like for me, the biggest concern is like once I start seeing it in Italy, where I start seeing officiating because Italy used to be the godsend of officiating. You had a referee that was on the cover of FIFA, Mr. Baldy, as I like to call him, who is not afraid to swear up with people. But
Who is, by the way, the head of refereeing for the FIFA?
and that's where I don't understand that Colina is like the head of refereeing for FIFA, but yet it's just like
Crazy.
Yeah.
it's just not good. So because it gets to the point where it's just I look at it and it's like, and this is where I think the NFL is a little bit ahead of its time when it comes to officiating, because the NFL said, "Fuck this, we're not leaving anything to interpretation." Because like despite like some of the calls, like you're gonna have some bad calls and whatnot. But like for example, you know, with pass interference now, where it's like, okay, does he impede the receiver? Does he tug? There's like a checklist of items that you go through for calls now.
But by the way, pass interference gets perfectly called right now. Although just not in Kansas City Chiefs games. But
Yeah, as long as you're not Kermit the Frog, and we get pass interference and holding calls every time we need a game-winning drive.
And that ref was on the PES cover, which is why I couldn't remember a FIFA cover. That makes more
No,
sense.
I think it was 06. I think it was 06, before 06
no,
or something. Like
06 was Ronaldinho, my guy.
Ronaldinho was
Yeah,
on one. It was
Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho and Terry Henry, but
You guys remember that shit, man?
06 was my first FIFA. That's why I remember Ronaldinho.
Okay. All right. You got a reason.
McKermit. But like that's where I look at it, and it's just like I think at this point it needs to get adjusted into that right now, where it's just like I think FIFA needs to have a good sit down and look at their rules and like, okay, we have to stop with this interpretation.
They're just too busy trying to figure out how to add more games to the calendar.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, they fixed that NFC. They fixed pass interference after that Saints game, my guy. And plus, it's the Saints. Fuck the Saints, Vlad. But anyways, Bounty Gate my ass. Drew Brees is the greatest playoff choke artist of all time. Anyways, he got beat by my homie Jared Goff. But going into it though, I do think that like from an officiating standpoint, I think they have to make the rules a lot simpler because like there's getting to the point where there's too much interpretation. They just have a checklist. If the motions are going through certain things, step one. If it passes to 3 of the motions, it's a foul. Because like the only thing that they've simplified is the handball rule.
That is such an engineer's answer to things, though. You need a checklist.
You need a checklist, dude.
You live on checklists, though.
Referees are lawyers. They're supposed to be shit more money than me.
But that's just right. Like, if you want to perfect something, how do you do that? Like, for example, aviation, everything is goddamn checklisted, so everything works damn fine because you don't want to lose the hundreds of tons, like just
No, it's true. It's
crash or whatever.
Yeah, and there's actually studies on that too, and that they've looked at pilots in particular.
And honestly, if you want to perfect something, yes, it is a boring answer, but you need checklists to go
checklist, flow charts, and goddamn, it better be in a spreadsheet.
Yeah, process engineering, bitch.
Yes,
no, but like think about that. Go ahead, Dave.
No, just wanted to say, like, in order to perfect something, you have
German internet.
It's Dutch internet.
Great for automotive.
Oh man.
Yeah, or make certain decision.
Man, it was almost like you were rapping for a bit. You like stuttered in the
you went like this, you spit a bar, and then went, yeah.
All right. Well, nobody knows what you said, but you looked hilarious doing it. So
Dash is bad. Just like his coach ain't Dan motherfucking Campbell. Hey, what you got with Dan the man? I'm sorry, Vlad, you couldn't bear the weight of his balls, if not his singular ball, because Dan Campbell's nuts are so goddamn big.
I just hope he doesn't go in forward from his own 3-yard line or whatever.
Hey, man, we've got Jake Bates now. He can kick 65-yard field goals. We can kick it from their side of the field now. We're good.
Just to not use it in the most important time playoffs.
He's like, come on, man, we're gonna go for it. I can't do his voice. I just unfortunately can't. But he's like, we're gonna go for it. Give it to Jared Goff. Give it to
I did bite some kneecaps.
Yeah, we're gonna bite some kneecaps. I'm just gonna. Gosh, I remember what was the play? I think it was the play against Arizona where David Montgomery's running, and then the entire offensive line lifts him and carries him 10 yards forward. Ah, man. LJJ says 9 games played totally. Serie A in the Champions League, at least half were misjudged by referees that affected or killed the game.
A lot of games, not just with us.
Yeah.
It's all around.
Yep.
So, to the contrary, my friend up north here, you look at the handball rule, and there is a checklist to the handball rule, right? So, is the player in a moving position? Yes or no? If he is the hand in a position that makes the silhouette of his body bigger? And then 2, is it clearly obstructing it off of, was it off a deflection or was it straight off the shot? Those are usually the 3 checks they look in the criteria for the handball rule. If it's 2 of those 3, you're getting called for a pen. Because, like, for example, you break down Dougie Luis's. All right. 1, was he stationary? Yes, he was stationary.
Yes, he was
2,
stationary,
was it a direct shot off a deflection? Nope.
No. It was a direct shot, yeah.
Yep. And then the third one was his arms in a position that made his silhouette bigger to essentially affect the trajectory of the ball? Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Because the issue is, and this is where, like, for example, because I remember I was pissed at this because a striker scored a goal against our team, and their striker, what happened was the ball was coming in. He had his hands like this, but he used his knuckles to redirect the ball down.
Redirect the ball, yeah.
Redirect the ball. Ref didn't see that and was like, no, it's not a handball. And I'm like, that's an offensive handball. I'm like, he completely redirected it because hitting a ball with your chest versus hitting the ball with your knuckles like that, totally different flight path. There, threw it in there for my avionic friend down there. Yuck, 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 yuck. But there's checklists now that they have for that, for the handball. And to be honest,
the problem is that there's still inconsistency in it. And that's what boggles my mind. Like, inconsistency in how it's getting fought. Like, we should, by now, we should be knowing what a handball is, for example. Not to be long about it, but in my opinion, I don't care about
No,
it anymore. But
we should.
for example, the Kukurea handball against Germany. Well, I'm just asking you guys, was that a handball for you?
100%. 100%.
100%. 100%. 100%.
Like in the rules today, like we have them. He was stationary. His arm was hanging. He broadened or widened his silhouette and blocked the shot.
Well,
with a
unfortunately, the VAR official needed to hit his parlay, so that's why that
Yeah,
went the way that it
something
did.
like that. No, and the sports are still getting missed. The one that we got, for example, where we got the penalty, like last weekend. In my opinion, that's not a penalty.
No,
He was jumping, yes, he widened his silhouette, but he like he pushed off there basically with his
It's a
arm. Like
natural motion.
it's
The only thing is
completely
like
natural. It was in the jump and mid-fully.
the other thing about that kind of throws me off is like I watched it with you and I didn't see a redirect. Like it's almost like it didn't like he barely like just went like I'm like sitting there I'm like I don't think it was. I'll take it, sure, but like I don't know, like that one that I don't know, like that's where I look at it. I'm thinking if you standardize the rules and you take away the interpretation, you essentially take away the safety blanket for referees. Because if you think about it, right, where it's like if you can't call this correctly, you're just a shit ref. That's kind of what happens, right?
Honestly, I'm good in getting rid of VAR completely. Just keep it for offside because offside is the thing that works.
Yes.
Not perfect, but because it's still difficult to put it like to get it down to the smallest margins or to the smallest frame, but that is the closest we get to perfection as the offside rule. And honestly, the goal line rule, just keep those. And they're fucking up the other courts as well. Anyways, so I don't
I don't disagree with that. That would actually be an interesting concept, right? Where we like essentially just say stop using VAR for anything on the pitch, just for dead, like for example, for offside. I would not have an issue with that because I mean at this point the way like and to the contrary of people, but he had a toe up as an advantage. Is that really going to change? Look, man, that rule is black and white. You're in front of the defender. You're in
keep
front
it
of the
black and
defender.
white. Yes.
So that's where I look at it from that perspective. Like I don't have an issue with that rule. To be honest with you, I don't. It sucks. There's moments where I'm like, fuck. But like it is what it is at that point. At least I know it's consistent. Unless you're playing against Salernitana and they forget that Condre was on the far side of the field.
But isn't that really all we're really asking for?
It's consistent.
We don't, the consistency. Right. Like we can get all granular with the rules. We can sit here and discuss the rules ad nauseum. But what I don't want to have to be doing week in and week out is bitching about the refs. And here I am dedicating another friggin' video about bitching at the refs because they fucking suck. Why? Why do they suck so hard?
It's why it's crazy. Look, I think the biggest problem with VAR overall is, and there we get to the title of the stream, like are the referees in football protected? And yes, they are protected because the VAR gives them a safety blanket if they make bad decisions. And if you think about having a safety blanket, you automatically are less concentrated and less. You have less attention on the game. Look, the referees before, like the statistics will say yes, the game has gotten a lot fairer and there are less missed calls. Like yes, we have that feeling. I know statistically there are less wrong decisions by the referees, but the problem is statistically it's not lesser than it should be if you have the review technique, which we have. That statistic should have came down like way more, and that is bad. And if you still make bad decisions while having that safety blanket, that doesn't add up like it should be.
Wait, is this just an Italian thing? Like, what's What's
No,
going
No, it's
on here?
European wide.
No, it's-
No, it's the referees in all the leagues, like the Premier League trash referees. Like so something is a red card for one game, the next game it's just a yellow card. One game it doesn't even get called because VAR doesn't think it's necessary to look at it.
Okay, more so though, like I know the reffing shit.
For example, Declan Rice kicked in one game the ball away when he was already on a yellow card. He gets a second yellow, gets kicked out of the game, and I believe a 2 or 3 game ban for that even. The
Yeah.
next game, who was it for Manchester City? I think was it Phil Foden did it? No, not the second yellow card, but he was on a yellow as well already. And then was it Bukayo Saka? I don't know. It was again Arsenal. Another player kicked the ball away. Was on a yellow already, and got the second yellow. Like we need in these things we need for the smallest things consistency at least. Like, and if you're fucking up like easy things like that, like what can you call what can you invert into good calls?
Yeah, if you can't master the basics, you're never gonna get the hard shit.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
more so my concern, like we know the reffing shit everywhere, we get that, but it's this more recent situation where you have the refs actually admitting, in this case we're talking about Conceição, of course, the simulation, where they say that that was a complete misjudge. They still suspend him for a day and they don't actually retract anything. Apparently the ref is getting punished. He's going down to Serie B, but that doesn't help us right now. You have to rectify that mistake. It's not through punitive actions that you fix things. That's just an excuse to say you did something about it, but you didn't actually really do anything about it. You just said, okay, coach a couple games in Serie B, you know, the page will be happy. We'll move on. At the end of the day, you've still fucked.
At least lift the ban. At least lift the damn ban on him.
Luminos,
That is crazy.
dude, if your balls itch, you can try washing them. That's the first step.
He said try watching them.
At least once in a while.
Oh, sorry. Gio, I see you got one of your buddies here, Zach the Fanner.
Yeah.
One of
Yep.
your boys, right
He's
on,
from
right
yep,
on.
yep. He's right from my channel. Yep. I send out the link to everybody from my channel so they could come over here and show some love and subscribe.
Yes, do that. We didn't even really properly introduce you. We were just rolling,
Making fun of stuff.
hard.
Yeah, making fun of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
So let's take a quick minute here because I know Dash has something on deck. But take a quick minute here to tell us about your channel so people know where to find you.
Yeah. So guys, my name is Gio and I'm the founder of the Juve Cornercast. We talk mostly about Juventus all around. I'm a big Juventus fan, as you can see. You know, always wearing the shirts. Probably almost every day, I probably wear the shirts. You could probably ask my dad soon as well, off show. So, yeah. But I'm 18 years old as well. You know, I have a dream. You know, is to become a really great content creator. You know, in the Juve community, and let's see how it goes. You know, right now, you know, I started this with a couple of my friends. You know, like how you guys just have started yours, and you know, hey, it's doing pretty good. 316 subscribers right now.
Nice.
It's been a month, so you know, as long
That's
as we
pretty
keep
good.
growing, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Pepe,
See, ladies,
watch
he
out.
is legal of age, ladies.
There you go. He just can't drink yet. So if
Just
you like a
can't
nice
drink.
sober boy,
He can.
Yeah. I mean, I can.
He's in college. He drinks.
We do not condone delinquency here at the dive. We're here as responsible and very mature adults.
All right, Dash, what do you got pulled up on screen?
You forgot to show the twerking clip for that.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't have. No,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
no. It's not the
wow,
twerking clip.
Mitch.
No, I don't. I just this is a live look at the new EAFC 25 Juventus realism.
Oh, I think I've seen this.
Pure realism.
Oh
Here.
my god.
Yes, this is amazing. Oh yeah, that music. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this one. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. Oh no.
And vintage Dusan.
Oh man.
Buy that game. It's quite realistic.
No,
Right,
but-
Dusan?
but-
Right,
but
Dusan?
honestly,
Okay. Yeah, honestly, what do we got?
But honestly, the couple of hours I played on the AFCs, I love it so far, man.
I'm liking it.
It-
Defending, it's completely different this year. I
Yeah,
find.
yeah. The gameplay is completely different, but what I like the most is how much you can tweak like actual tactics for a team, like
Yeah.
specific player roles and everything. Like
You
that
just
has
can't. You
has
still
gotten
can't make a fucking
really
cross into the box and get a header in, or even get it anywhere close to your player without the other team just like booting it halfway down the field. Like that's still broken as fuck.
I don't know if you temper the crosses correctly.
No, man. Like if you ever played Pez did it right. It like actually floats and curls into the box. Trust me, FIFA, you got to work on your crossing. You suck at it.
Work on your crossing.
I can
yeah,
cross.
Speaking, I was gonna say, speaking of crossing, there was a guy that we played pro clubs with, bro. That guy would yeet it 30 times a game and hit like one.
Yeah, because the crossing's hard. Whatever. Okay. Are we done with the refs? We kind of just like blindsided ourselves with the whole reffing thing.
Yeah,
I thought I was the pissed off one, and Dash was like, "No, fuck you," and then Dave was like, "No, fuck you."
Hey, no, my friend, no pissed off here. We not pissed off.
Go on.
Hey, swear, man, Dave, this was Dave about the whole thing.
I was so mad Monday, or yeah, it was Tuesday. Sorry, when that news broke that the ref, that it got told that it was stupid, that it was a bad call, and then it's like, yeah, but we're not going to do anything about it, and you're still suspended. I was about ready to come home. Good thing I found out first thing in the morning because I had like an 8-hour work shift to just like calm down. I was ready to start yelling. Like, I was so
I'm gonna come.
oh man. Yeah, you did get home. I thought Trump was in the house.
Yes,
Right.
I managed to sneak out.
Oh, nice.
I saw the areas getting ready to shut down. I was just like, see you later, guys.
Yeah, Dash lives amongst celebrities.
Yes.
I was actually surprised when I saw it. So Dash
This is
messaged like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Trump's in town. They're gonna shut down.
Nobody
the city.
said anything about it too until like this morning. Everyone's like, "Oh, hey, by the way, former president of the United States is like 3 buildings down from where you work," and I was like, "Huh?"
Oh man, I didn't have it ready.
It was weird. There was a bunch of dildos that were getting thrown at that building too.
I'm gonna come.
But yeah,
Hey,
apparently
Dash, you should have invited him to your restaurant.
it's like 40 minutes the opposite direction.
Didn't
Really? Just go-
Osama like drive to crazy places to go eat food?
Yeah, but he's not that guy. Could you imagine, like, I go up to Trump and try to pitch him to eat at my parents' restaurant, just like, we have the best burgers, the best kinds of meats that go in your mouth. That is just gonna make you come right after. Shit, if you give me a contract to work at Mar-a-Lago just to be a fucking culinary expert, fuck this. I get to live in Florida in a nice ass resort. They're probably $40-$50 an hour to fucking make hamburgers.
Hey.
Jesus Christ.
You'd be living a constant meme.
I
Bullshit.
thought you don't even need to be a great traveler. I would just order from KFC.
You're saying, they'd be like, what do you do? I'm a culinary artist. For who? You know who.
I like this though. That's like a title, culinary artiste.
Yeah, because, there's a bunch of hipster cooks that get pissed off when you say, hey, you're a cook, right? No, actually, I'm a culinary expert, culinary artist, culinary
no.
connoisseur.
What so-called chef's problem is, they hate that cooks call themselves chefs now, or everybody's calling themselves on IG and everything when they call what is it, food content creators call themselves chef, blah blah blah.
Do they know? Do they know what chef stands for? Do they know what chief? And you have to be in charge of people. That's why you're called chief, because you're in charge of the other fucking cooks. That's why you're the chef. You're the chief cook. You fucking idiots.
Hey, same rates as the chef says. Thank you.
No, I'm
Damn,
getting
why am I catching strays?
No, you're not. It's just like internet people. It's like, oh, it bothers me.
You're not the chef. You're just a cook.
I'm like, I'm just like sitting there, just like, gosh, a friend of mine was like talking smack about it too. all you social media chefs posting your goddamn sandwiches on Instagram. And I'm like, goddamn, my sandwich was good as shit. Leave me alone.
Dude, oh my God.
No, not
One
you.
dream of mine, one dream of mine is at some point to open up a sandwich store.
You see, you guys talk about chefs. You know, the thing that pisses me off the most is all these like fitness people.
There's
Like-
a lot of those, yeah.
Like those are so goddamn annoying. Like you sit there and you're just like, for you, and it's like, oh my gosh, come hit legs with me as I do the same exercise that the other person next to me or the other person when you swipe up does. And it's like, dude, like at this point, like lonely
about that
lonely guys piss me off because they're the people that follow these people and like
Oh, yeah,
this shit, and then it's just
yeah.
everywhere.
Okay, but tell me that you're not into like the jacked man and or woman cutting wood, chopping logs.
No, why would I be into that?
Because it's just like a
It's
beautiful
fine,
person chopping wood, getting into a deep squat,
Absolutely.
laying down the axe,
Yeah.
man.
Buttering
Yeah,
up them
something.
cheeks, right? Buttering up that axe right before they split them cheeks. No. I was gonna say, why would I need that when I could just say, Dave, just videotape yourself chopping wood?
I could.
You
I'll
have
wear
the, I was gonna
suspenders
say,
with no shirt.
you got the you got the woodsman flannel.
My God, Dave's only fans. The jacket just stopped it from him swinging.
I'll be swinging my oak.
No, like because it got to the point where, like, I'm dead serious. Like, everybody and their dog wanted to be an Instagram influencer for workouts, and it's like I would go to a gym, like a public gym, and then there's like tripod here, tripod there, tripod
But-
everywhere.
Oh, I know that. I know.
And it's like, for me, it's like almost like I'm navigating through a minefield because, you know, of course, there's always going to be that one person that's like, oh my God, look at this guy. I'm just trying to work out. And he's like in my video and looking at me. And it's like, bro, it's Planet Fitness. There's like 15 of you Beckys in here.
Dude,
Like, let me
and the
live.
worst thing, the worst thing, they're at the gym during the daytime, 8 p.m. where it's the fullest. Brother, on every single machine, there are 3 people waiting in the line. It's so full. And you think, I'm the main character here. I want to report a real story.
You know, like the
Take care.
only people, in my opinion, that get a pass at like filming themselves do content are like the ones that go to like, you know, the I bench 200, bro. The Bradley Martin gyms or stuff like that. That like the membership's like $300 a month, right? Like if you're in those like exclusive gyms where it's $300 a month just to be in there, where it's like, okay, fine, you're paying that much money because nobody is there. Go do it. But like the person at the Planet Fitness or the Crunch or like, I got a membership at LA Fitness or
yeah, if you're
Lifetime.
going to like a massive chain, just keep your phone in the locker.
Just keep your phone at home. Nobody cares.
Well, don't even come to the gym.
Try something. They're like, look at me.
The crazy thing is you waste money at LA Fitness or Lifetime Fitness because those memberships are expensive, and that's what they're doing.
Just trying to pay their bills.
Like I was just like this. I was like, because again, I am a ginormous asshole, but a friend of mine was doing that stuff, and I was like telling her, I was like, you work out at Crunch Fitness. Like clearly the Instagram influencing gig isn't paying you that much. What's that supposed to mean? You could probably go to a better gym if you were making enough money. It's just that everybody does the same stuff that you're doing, except it's just really annoying now. Oh, that's one of the,
annoying.
It always was. I think just COVID just kind of injected steroids into it, no pun intended, and just made it even crazier.
Oh, for sure. That I mean, the whole internet
But then
space.
all space of content creating. Yeah.
That's when Beppe started. Beppe's part of
Everybody,
the
no,
problem.
no, he started. No, I remember he was way before then. It was 2018. Like I
I thought
remember.
he started in COVID. He was like 20.
Oh,
whatever.
no.
Whatever.
Yeah,
you know.
he might have popped off during COVID because, like, for him, like this is where, like, strategically, I don't know if it was he strategically planned it or all the dominoes fell in place at the right time, but like, I remember when he was doing videos where he was just reading the Italian papers. It was like 2017, 2018, right? And I remember when he first got the news article of Ronaldo showing up to Juve, like I remember him just reading. It was like a video in his like little kitchenette area. Like I remember those days. Like those are the OG Beppe days where he was.
I
doing
thought
it
that
then.
was still COVID days. Are
No,
we allowed to say
before.
those words on YouTube now? Do
Yeah,
they
you
still
can
get
say
weird?
COVID now.
Yeah, okay. They're not weird anymore. I like how
But-
things change. Like pretty soon we're going to be able to use the R word again. I hope.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Out of all the words, that's the one he wants.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
And-
because it
and
works for so many. Like we're
Tell
talking
me-
about
tell me-
Italian refs
does-
right now.
but tell
That word
me-
works.
I was gonna say, tell me you're a 2000s guy or a 90s guy
Oh,
without
man.
telling me you're a 2000s and
Oh my
90s
god.
guy.
No, man,
that's-
my niece, like I know like 20-year-olds.
Say, Gio, you might be a little bit young to this party for that one, but that word was
Yeah.
commonly used at the end of the
Commonly used.
90s.
And it's still applicable because they haven't gone any less that way.
He's like,
on top of that, it's
gotten even worse.
That's the second life more that got in more time.
I recognize this guy, His Do Gaming. What does WSP mean?
What's up?
What's up? Oh,
It's youngster-
we're just
What's up? Yeah.
okay.
youngster-
We just can't
youngster
use all the
speak,
letters
Dave.
anymore. Yeah, I
Young-
got you.
He just said it like a petty old fart. He's like, oh, we're just not using the letters anymore. Oh, I see how it is. Jesus Christ.
And it was,
Dave's the
I mean,
kinda-
sorry,
Dave's the kind of guy
No, I,
that's
I thought you thought his name. I thought you thought his name.
no, I just maybe there was like some weird like Gen Z like acronym.
Oh my god! Hey, Dave's
I
the
mean-
kind of guy right now in traffic. If you're turning right and you don't turn on your signal, Dave's like, "Whoa, I guess
Oh my God.
fuck the turn signals now. Why don't
No,
you?"
I totally am. Like it's not hard. It's literally how hard is it to put on your signal? It isn't. It's not hard at all. So do it and stop pissing the world off and let everyone know what your intentions are because it's not all about you. Absolutely, just turn on your fucking signal.
It's dating.
See-
It's like dating, Dave. Why would you
I
ever
don't
tell someone
date.
your intentions? Well, yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying that's kind of like the trend. Said
I
let
don't
people
know. Listen,
I'm
I
just
know
saying,
that
you
that's a you problem. I have a marriage problem. You have a single dude problem. These are different
Is
issues
that
that we
really a
have.
problem?
Ask your left hand.
How you doing?
Yeah, exactly. Oh boy.
Gosh, talk
so-
about it. Tucson, bring us back.
Let's do it. All right, there's another profile we need to talk about.
Okay, go ahead.
Daniel
Oh, the
Maldini.
closeted
Mm.
Juventinos, as I like to call them.
Yes, this news breaking up that we're looking at Daniel Maldini, of course, the Maldinis. So you think they're closet Juventino
Oh no, they are.
for sure?
Yeah,
are,
no,
yeah.
Maldini's
Yep.
Maldini,
kinda-
like even back then when he was younger, he was like, yeah, I kind of wish I won. Like he wanted to go to Juve. Like the Maldinis, he's always been a Juventino.
Oh well, I mean,
So like again, the people that went after De Gregorio, man, dude, Maldini's dad is an AC Milan legend. Like, oh, good lord! I guarantee that's gonna pop up if they get him. I guarantee it.
maybe, but I think that's kind of cool to have one of the Maldinis in terms of like. the
It's interesting.
historical
It's
importance.
interesting because from a positional, like it's polar opposites. Like both of like the grandpappy and the pappy were defenders, and then the young Lappy is a number 10/second striker. I think that's what.
Also,
ahead.
he's a very late bloomer. Like he is around since 4 years, I believe, in Serie A.
Yeah, he's
Was
been
bounce-
playing.
bounce-
He's been
bouncing
playing.
around, loaned out and everything. And
He-
he just
He started through Milan, right? And then I think he went to. No, it wasn't. What the hell? It wasn't
yeah,
to.
came at me.
It wasn't to. It's like porn ads. Singles, 40-year-old singles looking at your area. But it was like he went. I don't remember. He went somewhere before he went to Monza. He was loaned out somewhere before Monza.
Let's
Udinese, I believe. Was it Udinese?
Spezia, Empoli.
Oh no, I got that wrong.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yep,
There's this
Empoli.
Milan under 17. Spent some time there. Under 19 goes to Spezia, goes to Empoli.
I mean, for a
After
player of
Milan,
his age,
Monza.
like he's been consistently getting better. Again, for the position that he plays, it takes a little bit more time to get better because he's essentially a central mid/cam. Is he like your breakthrough starter? No, not really. But I think give him a year or two, he becomes that 35 to 40 million euro player, in my opinion.
Is
'Cause he's-
he the Milik replacement?
He's not a striker.
No.
But
No,
so
he-
that's why I'm
No,
interested.
his profile is a carbon copy of 2-.
Yeah.
So like
Younger
this
and
is
not as effective.
so then the question is is this the Coop replacement, and how bad is
No,
Coop?
I think this is what
It's
this might be.
Miretti replacement.
It could no, I don't think so
Mm.
because Menetti is a dry loan.
No, I mean,
Oh,
but
this
if
season?
you get a Maldini in now at the winter or next summer or whatever, it's basically covering Miretti's position.
It does, but part of me thinks that he's kind of like a hybrid Xerxes in a way. I think that's what they're hoping for him to be like.
Yeah, I was thinking
like a-
that's
Like
maybe
a
where they're
like a
going.
Coop / Xerxes kind of mixed role because he's really big, like height wise, he's pretty tall, stature
108
wise.
meters. That is pretty large.
He's known for being a pretty decent short passer.
Venezuelan citizenship. Damn.
Yeah, I wonder what that's about. The mother.
Hey man, Maldini liked his Latinos, his Latino mommies.
Hey, he liked his not the Latinos, and also
Hey,
maybe
man.
they were thinking he won't make it in Italy, so
The most
let's give
obvious-
Venezuelan citizenship.
Adriana Maldini. Hey man, Maldini liked it clapping.
Hey,
But-
take it easy, bro.
She's a
Thank
Venezuelan model.
Yeah, I told you I was gonna say, hey man, Paulo be in that, just going.
Born in '94. Yeah, how old's Paulo?
Paulo?
She's 30. Oh boy.
Shit.
Oh boy. Let's look into
He's
this.
slaying.
Wow.
Paulo was a
68. Oh man.
What a stud!
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. What
Good
a rabbit
for
hole
you,
he got
Paulo.
us into.
Paulo, football's own Leonardo DiCaprio.
Man, I wonder if Daniel gets along really well with his mother. If it's more just like a big sister to him.
Is that his mom? No, that can't be his mom.
If he's got Venezuelan
No.
citizenship, it's got to be.
No.
Okay, let's see.
30 years old though? Oh my
No,
god.
I was gonna say, no way.
No. Yeah, no way.
Yeah, it is. It's the same lady. It's her.
Hold
No,
up.
Adriana
Hold
Foster?
up.
No.
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
Yeah.
Hold up.
If I go back,
How old is Daniele?
Oh my
Adriana
God.
Baldini. So
No,
it's
no,
like-
no. They're married in '94, Dave. I think that's where it says married in '94.
Oh, okay.
God damn it, Dave.
Oh man.
Oh. Come
Well,
on.
that changes things.
Jesus,
was
David.
Okay, well, she was
like,
born in '87. That's still a 20-year.
Exactly.
That's still a 20-year gap, guys.
Yeah, no.
He's still
I
still
wanted
doing
to,
okay.
No, I was wondering, like, how old is it? Just a minute, just a minute.
Oh man, we do not have reading requirements here at the Dive. If you want to do a content creation with this, you don't have to read.
Math is not math. Like, yeah, 19 years, whatever. I'm rounding.
Oh, oh no, yeah.
Oh, good lord.
Okay, so should we get the kid for a few mil? Is he worth it? Do we jump on
No,
this?
absolutely. 5 million, absolutely.
Do
5 million,
it?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Cheap one.
Yeah.
The trajectory that
Under
he's
our
going,
terms,
absolutely.
under our terms, yeah. Yeah.
Just
Okay,
make
so
the
we're-
I
math
think under our terms would be a nice deal.
I think what's cool is like we got Weah, we got Thurdam, we got Conceição. You get a Maldini?
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, and then you started an anime, Juventus Next Generations.
Oh man, that's a Star Trek.
Hey,
That's an
those are working like what do I have?
You know, Maldini became the Hokage of Milan, and now his estranged son, Daniel Loto, has gone off to Juventus.
Now you know I
Cinema.
have no idea what's happening.
Cinema.
Did you guys see the Theo Hernandez news to Juventus?
Oh,
rumors?
absolutely. The free agent lifestyle.
Yep.
I didn't. I wish I did. What trash source did you get that from?
The
No,
internet.
it was from Calcio Mercato on it was
Oh.
on a newspaper.
Hey,
The
must
news-
must
okay.
be true that.
Yeah, the newspapers.
No, but that's interesting. I don't think that'll ever happen, to be honest with you. When it comes down to it, the player of his statue, I doubt that he goes out on a free unless he's getting a monster package from one of the big clubs.
Ooh,
With Teo, how's the dude in Florida? Is he okay? He's in the chat, doll.
he's alive, man.
He's alive.
And
he's good.
Jo here's from Miami, and well, he's
Yeah.
on the proper coast in this
I'm on the
situation.
proper
he's like
I'm
like,
on the
I'm not-
untouched.
he's like Tampa's the ugly stepchild of Florida.
He's not.
He's like, here we have Colombians and Venezuelans. There they have nothing.
Tampa, just old people.
Just old grandmas.
People that used to be Canadians that are
People
now
that-
78.
People that came down here for hair transplants and hip replacements.
Hey, we are doing those in Turkey.
That's
Oh
true.
yeah,
That's
Turkey.
also true.
Yeah, I can see
It's
that.
part of the Florida package. You take a trip to Istanbul, get your hair back and your hip back, and then you just go live in Tampa.
When is he
Hey,
free for Teo? Is that
Get some,
Teo
get
is
some
like,
lazy
in
cut-
summer.
summer, right?
get some
In
lazy
Yeah,
summer.
cut.
summer. Yeah, summer.
The only reason why I'm not too crazy about Teo is you're gonna have to arm wrestle Real Madrid for him. That's
Yeah.
You
for
have
a
to
fact.
arm wrestle Real Madrid, Manchester City.
PSG probably.
Most likely Liverpool, because Andy Roberts isn't that age. Every big club will be after that. And don't
Yeah.
forget, PSG always tries
Yep.
to get players
The
with their back.
The other thing where I look at
Hey,
it too,
and by the way, Lucas Hernandez is so his big brother is at PSG. So
yeah, I don't see, like, for example, I don't see the, I don't want to say merit, but I don't see the reason why we would want to pursue him, because I just don't see it. Doesn't make sense tactically to play Hernandez and Cambiaso on at the same time.
dash. Let me paint you a picture.
Dave, go
It's
ahead.
a picture.
Okay.
We're gonna Bob
Ooh.
Ross this shit.
Who was playing center back or some type right back in Milan's Scudetto season?
Kalulu.
Picture that. What's the magic?
Oh yeah, Teo Hernandez, Bremer with one ACL, Kalulu, and Cambiaso.
At that point, Bremer maybe was 1.5 weeks.
Get
Yeah.
Gotti in there, of course.
You know this. You know, it sounds fucked up.
Okay.
But do you cash on Bremer next summer?
Cash on Bremer.
Yeah, do you cash in on Bremer next summer now?
You might, just because of the third. It depends. You'd have to have some insider.
Honestly, my thought was if we get 70 million back from a Premier League club, that we will cash it anyways. And now with the injury, if we get
you
something
might.
close to that,
It's too soon, Dash.
What? I'm just saying. We can't cash in on Deshaun, so
We're
might as well
still-
cash in on.
Okay, listen. We
that,
can talk
that,
about
that
Well,
was my thought anyway. Like if we get that kind of money, like with one or two, I would sell him. Honestly, I love him, and he's one of the best defenders in the European leagues. I think we all agree on that. But we are still in a situation where we have to cash in if we get opportunities like that. Like honest to God, like you three guys and in the chat 2 years ago, who of you would have thought that we will make a plus Valencia on him? I didn't. I think, dude, those 50 or 55 million, we will never see that again. And honestly, to be in a position where he has played his profile up that much, and where he is desired in lots of the other leagues and by top teams, like if we get that money, which the CLT makes it more difficult, of course, but if we get that, we are in the position where we have to cash in on those opportunities.
We sniped Bremer and Gatti. I think that was the same window. And Enter were interested in both of them. And look at how we went plus on both of those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, allegedly on Bremer still.
Except for Jello, we did not go plus on that one.
Jello, yeah.
We kind of just cut our losses.
Not yet. So far, it's just low.
Yeah, he's flopped, that guy. Nobody likes him. Nobody wants him.
Thoughts on Milan Skriniar too? To Juventus?
Yeah, that popped up. That's
That would be.
I like that. I like that.
I like that.
For the
I like that.
Housery,
I
I would
like
like
that.
that.
I'd be okay with
think
that. I
if
like
we
him.
have that. Listen, I think if he comes to Juventus, I think Motta will turn him into a beast because of how he made Bremer. I mean, even though Bremer has been consistent for a while, but I think that with the system that Motta plays, Skriniar could do really well, like back in his old Inter days, with Conte. So I think definitely that for sure.
The other thing, though, if you do go with Skriniar, that means you're essentially going to be freezing out either Bremer or Gatti. I think that's the only drawback to it right now.
No, I think you
alone for 6 months though.
Would they even consider it? Though?
Do it? Like he's unhappy at PSG, but I don't think he just wants to like float around.
Yeah, because that's the other thing too, like with Kalou, right?
No, but you also have to imagine, like PSG was openly trying to sell him, and nobody put in. I think they wanted around 40 million or something like that for him, and nobody wanted to pay that. And if you are PSG, like it's basically a Osimhen situation where. But they won't because he's not getting playing time under Luis Enrique because Skriniar is a liability on the ball, honestly. And I don't know how well it would fit with us because it would mean basically that he's our deepest defender and that is the one moving forward. Because Bremer was able to do a bit of that and he was exchanging with that things who's going up and who's not. That would freeze Skriniar basically as our deepest player. But I think to get him out of PSG doesn't take a lot. Honestly, if you get him for a dry loan, half a season or whatever, or for 1.5 seasons now, can you do the 2 year loans again, or did we get?
No, you still
I don't know.
can.
Yeah,
No, but if you get them for half a seasonal loan or 1.5 years with a buy option or anything, like PSG wouldn't say no. And honestly, why would he?
Well, he wants to leave. I think any decent team that comes after him that's going to guarantee him minutes with obviously the right numbers, sure. Why wouldn't he? At this point, just reading this article here, he's pissed off. He's had one start so far this season. That's not he's a higher caliber than one start.
Yeah, and it was already bad last season. Like he didn't play a lot last season already, and this season it has gotten even worse.
Yeah. So, like, typically, okay, you're new to the team, you don't get a lot of starts. Next season, you want to like improve on that. Things are going the wrong way. Tento says only worth 6 months. Yeah, it's just I have my doubts if, depending on what other offers are out there, really is what it comes down to, and how dissatisfied he is with the situation in Paris. We'll see. That's actually one that's plausible and is interesting and kind of, is a good profile at that as well, right? So I like the traction on this.
Hey, Manchester United benched the list already, so.
Why did he go to PSG then? He
he followed
he wanted
the
to
cash in.
he was
the bag.
He was a free agent and he got them.
Yep.
That's it. Go to Paris. I mean, Paris was supposed to be the better team. I don't know if they are anymore. Imagine saying that, Inter a better team than Paris. I hate them both equally. So I
hate PSG, but I hate them less than Inter.
I hate Inter obviously more for like just the biases of being a Juventus fan, but like I just actually hate PSG and everything they stand for.
I agree with that, but
it's like no different than Man City.
They're still levels good.
They can all. I mean, hell's a big place. LJJ saying, I think we will go for a young player. We'd have a lot of young players. I can also see just getting one of those veterans, maybe even somebody that is past his prime. Like if you can find a Balotelli type player that's sorry.
Oh my god.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Come on.
Sorry, we already did
Hey,
that.
you know what? Fuck it. What if we actually signed Balotelli as the backup to Dusan? I would just be here for it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm here for it. Let's do it.
Oh my god.
Exactly 1 hour ago, you were laughing at this.
I was laughing at it, but Dahl came in the chat and I wanted to use this as an opportunity to troll Dahl.
Did Mata play with Balotelli?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They play together at Inter.
Perfect.
Could you, dude, could you imagine that he comes in and gets some of the cheesiest shoulder bumping goals and then outscores Dusan just so I could laugh in everybody's face?
I don't even want to entertain her.
It would be anarchy. It is a sickness of the highest order. And I will enjoy it. I broke German Dave's connection. I broke German Dave's connection.
Oh man, 10
My
toes down.
toxic take.
10 toes. Regani would have been perfect. You know what? Yeah. Honestly, yeah. He wouldn't have been a bad take right now. Oh
You know,
shit.
he's gone. He's actually gone. We like broke his internet.
Oh yeah, he's gone. Oh, just move on. We don't need him. Just move on without him. We got Gio here. We got our third. Maybe his sex dungeon slave showed up. It was in Amsterdam.
Oh, good Lord.
Probably just like pulled out his whole.
Everything. Because I was gonna say, who would really help as a backup?
But Keen dinks it over. It's in! Woo! Keen does it again. And I was about to waste my time on Twitter looking at nonsense, guys. Bam! There it is. There's the dance. 1-0, 42nd minutes. Here we go, guys. You know how I know that wasn't last season. Distractions, but over the top.
That's 2020. I think that's 2022, Dave.
Oh my god, I've been doing it so long. Would you take Benzema for 6 months?
As long as we don't have minors in the stadium.
No minor. No Diddy.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Okay, you want to talk about some allegedness here. There is one more thing. Let me bring it up here. And we did kind of talk. Yeah, we're just swirling around the inter toilet right now. So let's dive right into the inter toilet. Is this really a surprise for anybody right here that they're involved with the mafia? Allegedly.
I mean, ours are too.
Yeah, I think we all are. But okay, let's read. This is the latest. I haven't even read this. This is the latest so far. So Inter Milan vice president has been questioned by prosecutors as part of an investigation into Nerazzurri Ultras group, the Curva Nord. So according to the Milan-based newspapers Gazzetta dello Sport, GDS, via FC Internews, they report that today is the day for the VP to testify in investigation after coach Inzaghi yesterday. And actually, Spalletti commented on Inzaghi as well, because Spalletti was actually just punking Inzaghi. It's like, yeah, like if criminals called me, I would just know how to hang up the phone.
Oh, stop it! They stole his fiat.
Okay. Yeah. Basically, they've just been in cahoots with the ultras and the fixing of tickets and getting extra tickets and all that stuff. So it's just coming to a head. The Milan anti-mafia prosecutors basically going at Inter right now. So I'm here for it for once. For once, it's going against them. But that being said, apparently they released a book today that was shared and presented in the Italian legislature. So I really don't. It really confuses me, honestly.
It does, because honestly, this kind of goes to show I've always had this opinion. And I think ultras there's no point. Like they're given way too much power for them to do way too much, and then it opens up to the point where they extort the system. Yeah. Like that's what it is. Like everyone was pissed about ultras. Like for us, like 2 years ago, we should have ultras back into the stadium. We need ultras, and then guess what? The ultras started saying Max needs to stay, and everyone's like, "Oh, ultras are stupid. We don't need them anymore." Like it's like I think it's dumb. I don't know why. Like an ultra, like it's these are people that like their life's mission is to do stupid shithousery shit. Like it's hooliganism.
You know when you go to Europe, you just see people at like 1:30 p.m. after lunch, or just like 11 a.m. just random times of the day, and they've just been sitting there for hours drinking another espresso. Like, where's their fucking job, and how are they getting the money? These are the ultras, the people without a job at the cafe for 16 hours a day. That's who these people are. 10 toes down saying ultra's the best part of football. I would say the football's the best part of football. I mean, I do kind of watch it for the sport, not for the assholes watching the sport.
The thing is like everyone's like, oh man, you need ultras to have a successful team. No, it's if you have a winning product, people will flood your stadiums.
It's like, it is cool to have like the ultras, the cheer crew, the guys with the drums and the flags, the horns, all that stuff. Yeah, absolutely. But do they need to have any sort of political connection to the team or the government even?
No, they don't need that part. The problem is both sides are helping each other. The team, yes, needs to be successful to fill the stadium, but also the team needs the atmosphere and the fans and the loudness and everything to get that atmosphere over to the TVs, to the fans that are visiting, to pull even more fans into the club and into the stadiums as well. So yes, clubs that need those fans are dependent on those fans because it's a money maker for the club as well.
But
Yeah,
this
but
is so funny. They keep on
sell,
buying
sell
tickets.
merch with everything. For
If you
example, our Berlin team, for example, is selling merch with the name of, it's called Ostkurve, which is our Kurve for the fans basically. And our club is selling merch from them basically because they are one of Germany's loudest fan clubs basically. And yes, clubs are making money from that and fan engagement as well. But
so in typical
political,
Italian fashion, I'm going to do a shitty job and let crime take over.
No, you see, my thing is this, like,
oh,
right?
that's
Because
not the cause.
my argument with the whole like atmosphere and stuff like that, if you put a sensible product, you will have the atmosphere. That's kind of like, for example, I've seen it in multiple cases, right? Like, for example, last season, mediocre to subpar audience. Not because of the ultras. We switched to Mota and we're doing this new more offensive style. Oh, look at that. The atmosphere's changed. For me, it's always been this thing. I'll even use probably one of the most miraculous baseball runs I've ever seen in my life with the Detroit Tigers. Trust me, I was at a game in August. Nobody was there. Today, their playoff game against Cleveland, they broke the single stadium game record of 45,000 people, and it is loud. Like, it was, my office building was shaking the other day that they had a game there.
Just need to give the fans a good product.
Give a good product.
It's so simple.
It's the same thing with the Lions. It's the same thing with the Lions. Like, the Lions were trash. They finally became good. Everyone's like, holy shit, the Detroit Lions fan base is nuts. It's like, well, yeah, go figure.
Yeah. It's if you're in, like, and that's the thing, that's how you talk. This is how you vote with your money, with your attendance. That if your team sucks, nobody shows up. Like, okay, so as an example, because I hate myself and I'm a Leafs fan, hockey again, I'm sorry guys, but Torontonians are idiots because they keep on spending thousands of dollars to go to see this team lose.
It's Dallas Cowboys syndrome.
Yeah.
Dallas Camp, any team from New York. But you see these other markets where if the team sucks, the fans don't show up. You're not making money. So what do you have to do? Make a better product. And I mean, Detroit, there's a perfect example. They haven't won anything. They're a horrible city for everything, not just sports. But they finally produce something. They finally are producing something. The Tigers, they made the playoffs.
And
what do you know? Sell it out.
Hey,
Lions
the Pistons were good a while ago.
We don't talk about the Pistons. They're the ugly stepchild of the sports teams right now.
Oh, he's gone again.
So what happens when you talk back? Shouldn't have been talking shit. No. Man, LJJ says it's the reason why I'm not a fan of any New York teams. Yeah, fuck the Yankees. What?
And the Mets, especially those secondary New York teams like the Islanders and the Mets. Like, who watches those guys?
It's the we call those the poverty franchises. But anyways, yeah, like the Jets. But Aaron Rodgers, man. Oh, poor Robert Saleh, you got fucked. Anyways, but going back to that discussion, right? Like, I don't my understanding, like, Juve to me is a corporate team.
Mm-hmm.
They're a corporate franchise. It's a corporate team. You're never gonna get a pure grassroots fan experience. You're not, because it is a global club. It's the same thing with Real Madrid, same thing with Barcelona, same thing with Liverpool. They're global clubs. So, like, I don't understand. There's some people that have like this ultras and this and that for grassroots and yada yada yada. And it's like, dude, like, no offense to them, but like, you guys trying to get the random kid in Indonesia or the Philippines to buy their merch. It's not a grassroots club. That's why I'm saying, like, it's everyone's whining about the corporate. Yeah, it's what it is. It's a globalistic club when it comes to that marketing audience. So it's like, that's why I'm just kind of like, and that's the same thing with Inter and Milan too, where I'm like, I don't understand why you guys are so dependent on ultras for atmosphere in this. Make a sensible product. There's a bunch of rich people around the world that like to spend their money for stupid shit. And if you give a sensible product, you best believe their ass is flying out to Milan for every weekend for a game, or every other weekend or so. It's I just the one thing I don't understand, because you're giving these ultras way too much power, and these guys will sit there and will, we can't pay a €5 ticket hike.
Because you don't have a job.
Exactly. And then they protest and they start shenanigans and issues like that. Well, guess what? Because you raise prices by €5, we're going to cause trouble, because that's what happened to us. And that's why Agnelli said, you know what? Fuck you guys. You're out.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
completely disagree with what he did. Like, yes, there was a lack of enthusiasm in the stadium, but we can't completely chalk it up to that reason. Like Allegri, terrorist ball, you know. People didn't want to watch it. I supported the guy, but let's be honest, it was not the greatest thing to watch.
No, it wasn't the greatest product out there. But you know, and the other thing too with the and this is where the Premier League has an arm above everyone else, is they market so damn well to the United States. Like there's people here that probably don't know what the fuck a Chelsea is, and they're wearing Chelsea shirts.
PSG is the big one too.
No, PSG is more in the Latin community. But
yeah, maybe there. I can't speak for
like if you're, I gotta watch how I deliver this. But if you look at like the general white dude, they're either wearing a Manchester United, a Liverpool, a Chelsea, maybe a City, but I doubt it. But you're wearing the big three: Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea. Those are the three that the average white dude that doesn't really know the sport that well or follows it that well, but knows somewhat of it. No, I'm going to go with Barca's more the Latino / Middle Eastern fan base. The Middle Eastern and Latino fan base in the United States were Barca and Real Madrid. But like I'm talking about like your Johns, your Steves, your Phils, like those folks. Those are going to be like that's what the Premier League does really, really well, is they market to that plethora of a consumer base, and that's where they get it. Because like, for example, if you're Latino, if you're Middle Eastern, or if you're European like myself, you tend to understand that there's more to offer than just Brits and the Premier League. So you see the Real Madrids and et cetera, and yada, yada, yada. Because if you talk to your random Joe Schmo and you tell him about Real Madrid, he's like, what's a Real Madrid?
Well, and you know what? Let's just jog my memory. You have Real Salt Lake. So, I mean, on one hand, you shouldn't have an excuse because you do have teams in the States with the Real thing. But what is royal about Salt Lake City?
How salty their bitches are.
I didn't know the Mormons were such royalty over there.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Oh, yeah, with their big Kingdom Hall or whatever. I'm going to piss somebody off, I'm sure. All right.
Could you imagine we have the one viewer that lives in Utah? He's like, hey, man, you guys been talking too much smack about Utah.
That's all.
Swear to God, you East Coasterners.
I spent the night in Salt Lake City. It was okay.
He's like, at least we're not Detroit - F Detroit.
No, really though.
Hey man,
that still stands. Yeah, we're still fucking Detroit.
Oh, and you're like, that's the thing about the Torontonians. You can take the Canadian out of the, you can take the Torontonian out of the Toronto, but you can't take the Torontonian out of the Toronto.
Hey, I'm like one of 5 people that actually left the city. So don't be hating.
But it hasn't left you though. Because number one rule of living in Toronto, the first rule to be a full-blown individual that lives in Toronto, your first thing is always fuck Detroit.
No, we usually fuck on New York because we're jealous of them.
No, you guys fuck on Detroit. Classically, you guys have always fucked on Detroit.
How many Torontonians have you run into?
Plenty.
Really? Do you think it's us or do you think it's you?
A little bit of both. I usually say, stop coming here and buying all of our shit. I know it's cheaper than Rogers, but leave me alone.
It's not even, America isn't even cheap anymore, man. You guys got lame.
Oh my gosh, when I was working at retail, holy smoke. You know how many Windsor folk would come over because shit was cheaper here?
Used to, yeah. Now, like, I mean, I just got back from the States. I didn't find any great deals, really.
Oh, yes, you did. You found PubX deals. Stop it, Dave.
Okay, the subs. Yeah. The subs were amazing. I'll go back to the States to get myself a public sub.
Wait, how much interest was it again? Wait, I forgot.
All the inches, a full 12. Not like a Subway 12-inch, which is really like 9.5. No. This one
Dave,
don't lie about your
tell
size.
me when to stop.
How big is that one? You might be here for a while.
I hit 25 feet.
Until it flops over. I don't know if Dave's coming back.
Oh, there we
We
go.
lost him. There it is. Oh boy.
Whew, you want some juice?
I'm gonna come.
Okay, I think not bad for an international break. Eh? What is- what do you say? Oh, it was
The
fun.
thing of how many penis jokes did we make in this?
All of them, pretty much all of them. Gio,
Wow.
do you have anything intelligent to say to add into this?
He's like, no, this is fun. You guys are fun.
I mean, you guys, like I said, you
Dad,
guys are
please
fun.
don't watch the replay.
Nah, no, what was I saying with the Mercato? I'm not sure with how you like Juntli is really going to act. I'm not sure. Maybe like recall some loans, maybe do some sort of that. But other than that, these refs really suck. definitely. Like the past few games, not just for Juventus, but throughout the whole, I would say Europe, like European football, it's just been a disaster. It's just been a disaster, man. And then the ACLs too. Oh my gosh, it's just killing the game. I think with too many games, but it is what it is, unless something happens. But
Well, something does have to change. We need it to
Oh,
get
yeah.
better.
yeah, for sure.
That's what we want. We want to see like actual improvements.
Yeah.
We're not expecting perfection. We know we can't have that.
Yeah.
But just
I mean, with the amount of injuries that we have now, like on Juventus, it's crazy because like all of our new guys, like they're all injured. Like Gonzalez, he's gonna be probably back against Inter, right? Those are from the reports. Weah's supposed to be back before Lazio. Who else? Coop Miners, right? Ribs. Where's the baby back ribs?
Yeah.
I'm telling you. But
Sweet baby Rays.
yeah. But definitely that. And then you have who's the other guy that was injured? Conceição, right? Bremer too, right? And then
Wait,
Conceição with the red card.
Way had some time.
Weah.
Yeah. He should be back now, Milik. Yeah. And I mean, you were talking about ACLs, Rodri and Carvajal just limping out
Oh
of
my god.
I don't know, some building. But yeah.
No, they're going in the Spanish national team training center.
That's what's going
Yep.
on. All right.
They're there to see Cucorea.
Wonder what he uses for his hair gel.
I heard it's Holland.
Holland, yeah. Oh my god.
Oh boy. Okay, I thought we were going to try to end this one on something intelligent, but I guess not.
It was intelligent.
It was actually a pretty smart one. I'm not going to lie. Who's funny looking? You talking about me, LJJ? Who's the funny one?
Cucorea?
I'll fight
Cucurella?
you. Oh, Cucurella?
Oh
Yeah,
my
no, he's funny. Fight you.
Cucorea looks like the guy that drinks a lot of beer but comes into Sunday League and just dominates.
Cucurella. Yeah, okay. I sort of spelled his name. Yeah, there he is.
There he is.
You know
Oh
what?
my
Better yet,
God.
let me fix my take. He looks like someone that stars in a Seth Rogen movie.
There you go. There's a photo for you.
Yeah. Oh, I still remember that song he made while he was plastered. That wasn't even me that did it this time. See, hands are right here. Yeah, right here. No hands, Dusan.
Okay, fuck. Hey, Sal showed up. What's going on, buddy? Just in time to hear our final dick jokes.
How about the Mets? No,
Oh my god.
no, Sal's a Yankees fan.
Yeah,
Ooh.
loves he loves the Mets and the Islanders.
Sal comes
He
in
said
saying
Pellegrini's a
Pellegrini's
clown.
clown.
Yep.
Well, yeah, we knew that.
Oh man.
Good lord.
Roma players on the international team. Come on. What do you expect?
Yeah.
What do you expect?
There's nothing you can do because Spalletti is doing the diversity, equity, and inclusion for the national team now because it's 3 players per team.
Yep.
Oh
3
man,
players per team. Apparently, there's a quota. Only 3 Juventinos.
yeah. Well, we can't. They can't just all be black and white. You have to get some color. Get that diversity. Jeez.
Gosh, you're such an edger.
So listen, don't get me started with an edge. That can go all night long. Oh shit! I don't even know I'm so fucked up today. It's definitely been one of those days. Dash, you gotta save us.
All right, fine. Let's get out of here. Drink some Labatt's. No, I'm just kidding. Who the hell would drink that?
Oh, it's gross. No.
Yeah, terrible. It's piss water. But anyways, make sure you guys. Fuck, I can't do it. I'm trying to be composed. I'm trying to compose this and do it. But all right, guys, this wraps up this Thursday night shithousery show. Again, obviously, international breaks mean international shenanigans, where we go across the world to talk shit about everything. And I believe we will be back this weekend for a call-in show. So we'll be there if you want to call in and join the shithousery here. On that, obviously, if you're a newbie, make sure you like and sub to the channel. Also, obviously, if you're our regulars and you have not seen Gio, go to Gio's channel. He is good kid, very good kid, nice kid. On that note, Dave, hit the music and get us the fuck out of here. Because good lord, this is an awkward European goodbye.